You are listening to Catholic Family Podcast.
Hi everyone, this is Lisa Davis with another Catholic Momcast. There are a lot of silly little things that go into making memories of a happy childhood. I grew up one of 7 children in the 60s and 70s. We never went on a fancy vacation in our lives. Our parents didn't go in for the latest gadgets or buy us expensive toys, but I remember my childhood through a happy bazooka bubblegum pink haze. Time passed slowly because we bounced and slinkied and silly puttied through the years. Do you remember growing up and going through those game fads? We still did that in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s anyway. There was the yo-yo phase, which came on the tail of the Smothers Brothers show. Anybody old enough to remember that? Then there was a marbles phase and a jump rope phase, American and Chinese jump rope. And throughout grade school, we obsessed at one time or another over jacks and cat's cradle, magnifying glasses and Mad Libs, and maybe I better not even go into dodgeball. But all our recesses and free time were taken up by one or another of these kinds of playground pastimes. Becoming proficient was a rite of passage. But I can't help but wonder, and tell me honestly if I sound like a hopeless old-timer waxing nostalgic here, do kids in general still enjoy these things? My children did, but I worry that it's because they were homeschoolers with a nostalgic mother who encouraged it. It would be a sad thing if computers, iPods, cell phones, and Xboxes completely took the place of hopscotch, marbles, checkers, and jump rope. I hate to think of a world where a 9-year-old knows how to download a computer game but doesn't know what a cat eye is, or where little girls text one another but don't know how to skip in time to the Cinderella dressed in yellow rhyme. It's not just a few scattered families that keep these things alive, is it? Will the old playground games fade from the earth like man's knowledge of the stars and the seasons? Will there be a day when these simple, untechnological pleasures are footnotes on Wikipedia? Tell me we aren't going there. Because I don't think we have to, or that we should. Simple, unsupervised games like marbles and jacks and kickball develop and sharpen not only our children's tactile skills, but their ability to communicate while they do it. A good marbles player is a connoisseur of the little glass orbs, a diplomat and a wheeler and dealer. Aside from the obvious benefits of most ball-oriented games in the realm of physical coordination and sportsmanship, a child who goes to the trouble of getting up a ball game learns to be a master organizer, a salesman, and a strategist, especially if he's involved in the picking of teams. Jump rope combines agility and speed with poetry of all things. Iambic pentameter, rhyme schemes, and counting in strophic measures. Be still my heart. All this learning, and they don't even know they're doing it. But they miss it when it's taken away. If there's anything we've learned in the last couple of years, it's how vital face-to-face interaction is. It's how we learn to be civilized. By playing unmediated games like kickball and marbles, we learn personally how to deal with one another in the real world. Such an important and difficult endeavor as this, we may as well have fun doing it. It's no accident that God made play instinctual. G.K. Chesterton wrote, "It might reasonably be maintained that the true object of all human life is play. Earth is a task garden. Heaven is a playground. To be so good that one can treat everything as a joke, that may be perhaps the real end and final holiday of human souls." I've often told my eager-to-grow-up children to take advantage while they can, to slow down and enjoy their childhoods. Adulthood lasts such a long time, and getting to heaven is a lot of work. Today's notion of appropriate play, though, computer games and Snapchat, I cannot imagine them being played during the final holiday of the human soul that Chesterton talks about. Marbles and kickball, though, I can imagine those. I bet St. Paul plays a mean game of kickball. This is Lisa, signing off.